Hey everybody, it's the Wargaming Guy. Welcome back to the channel. And yes, we've got another video here for the Ardennes Offensive, but even better than that, we've got the game. Yes, thank you to Matrix Slitherine Games who sent me the game this morning. I've actually fiddled around with it a little bit, and I'm still not quite sure what I'm doing, but I managed to win the first scenario that I played anyhow. So we'll get into all that right now. So let me just check the volume on this. It sounded a little loud to me, so let's just pull it down a tad and we'll go. Doing the watch along reaction type
Decisive
thing.
Campaign's Ardennes Offensive is the fourth war game in the Decisive Campaign series. This new chapter features new rules designed to fit its lower scale. The rules combine traditional gameplay with the tactical dimension of the new title. Many of the new rules affect how recon works. Mastering recon and being able to use it at your advantage is more important than ever. Ardennes Offensive is the first title of the series to introduce line of sight.
Let's just stop there for a second. This is really interesting that you have line of sight. And when you play the game, I can tell you, having done that one little scenario, that yeah, it's it's an important thing to master, which I have not done yet, but nevertheless, it does add a new dimension to things.
Hills, towns, and forest will partially or fully block your line of sight. The line of sight system is incredibly deep, and it has the ability to slightly bend around obstacles. This simulates that, at this scale, recon is gathered as well by small groups of reconnaissance troops.
Excuse me. I think that's brilliant. The idea of slightly bending. Wow, that should be interesting the more we get into this to see how it works out.
Moving slightly outside of the hex, as well as enemy troops not always sticking to their exact hex. Distance, weather, daytime, height, and hide points all affect the effectiveness of recon. Last but not least, the more recon points you have on an enemy unit, the more you will know about it. The worst recon state is not being aware of an enemy unit at all and blundering straight into an ambush or heavy intercept fire.
Which I did several times in my little playthrough. In fact, and the night turns, we'll get to that a little bit later, but oh boy.
There are three things you do while micromanaging your troops. You can transfer them from one unit to the other.
Oh, I love this. I love this. This is amazing. They're going to let you transfer units from one group to another and form Kampfgruppen or, task force or whatever you want to call them.
Scrap equipment.
Or form Kampfgruppen and battle groups. Kampfgruppen for Germans and battle groups for Americans are a new feature.
And they allow you to create new improvised units on the fly. These units are slightly less organized and suffer some penalties, but they allow you to, for example, split off a detachment to hold a village while continuing forward.
I like that a lot. And in fact, I don't know, if it were me, if I was designing this, well, you wouldn't have it because I couldn't design it. But if I were, I think I'd actually give the Allies a slightly higher level of confusion than the Germans, because the Germans trained to do this. I don't know that the U.S. did nearly as much. The Germans were constantly forming Kampfgruppen, so. But anyway, it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. I didn't do that in my game, and I'm not even sure how to do it, but we'll get to that.
Ardennes Offensive introduces height levels. A difference in height level, especially off-road, costs your troops more action points, causing delays. Each troop type has a height cost modifier, which can be modded. Height affects not only how far your units can go, but also line of sight. In Ardennes Offensive, there are changes to how hex ownership works. Now there is a difference between assumed hex ownership and real hex ownership. The only hexes you can be 100% sure of are assured ownership hexes that have either victory points, friendly units, or cities on them. In other cases, you can't be sure who owns the hex. You can expect enemy troops to infiltrate your lines without you noticing.
That, by the way, happened to me a couple times. So, yeah, it definitely happens. There's definitely a feel in this game of, at least the one little scenario that I played, of a lot of uncertainty. Like, I'm not sure where they are or what they're doing, and that's a good thing, I think.
Presume who is owning a hex, based on the recon you have on enemy units. When your units move, the enemy might intercept fire, and when the enemy moves, your units might intercept fire. Intercept fire helps smooth over the design artifacts of a I go, you go turn system, and it also provides excitement, helping the defensive side to get more historical results and gives plenty of tactical opportunities. For anyone who's looking for yet more elements of surprise, Ardennes Offensive introduces optional, new uncertainty rules to simulate that some units might be inherently better than others, or that some might have excellent cadres but be under a dark spell, or the inverse. Uncertainty rules make the outcomes of the battles much harder to predict, but at the same time, they can challenge your abilities in very unexpected ways. You'll be entirely able to completely switch them off if you prefer, to avoid any game of luck.
So there you go. I don't know how the uncertainty rules work yet, but we'll definitely get to that too. All right, the game's coming out on November 18th. I got a copy. I didn't get the copy today, but anyway, I downloaded it from Matrix Slitherine, so thank you so much for that. So the way this game starts is also very interesting. Let's just go ahead and do this. And where is it? It's somewhere. There it is. Let's go ahead and play. Start it up for a second anyway. Here's how it starts. The artwork is kind of meh to me. I would have preferred actual black and white, maybe period photos, or even colorized period photos, or color period photos. They were taking color stuff at that time. So the Ardennes Offensive. So here we go. So that's how the game begins there. Yes. So here we go. Now, I do have some stuff I pulled out of the rules that I wanted to share with you, and then talk a little bit about the sound. It seems to be some sound issues. I can't get any combat sounds at all out of this, but I'll show you that in a second. This is what Vic wrote in the rules, and his, code designer, developer, whatever he's called, David. This is from Vic. Ardennes is a special game in many ways. It's an operational game, like the previous games in Decisive campaign series, but this latest installment, the scale has moved so far down that we start to approach tactical dimensions. At 1 kilometer a hex, 4 rounds per day, and with mostly battalion-level units, you will feel like you are there in the thick of it. The need for abstraction necessary in higher-scale simulations has diminished noticeably. Troops are now modeled per squad and per single vehicle or gun. So that's the level that we're looking at here. New rules have been introduced, such as, like you've heard, line of sight, traffic jam, camp gruff, and height levels. The aim is that Ardennes Offensive will feel both familiar and fresh at the same time. When inspecting the map, you can almost make out the single houses and all that. We'll skip some of that right there. Oh, this is interesting. The map includes 6 different ground states, of which 3 were added purely for aesthetics. It's kind of an interesting thing to say. So there's really 3, apparently, map states, not 6, but you'll see 6. Okay. Anyway, this 4th Decisive Campaigns game is a very classic war game design. The map counter and troop artwork should further strengthen the sense of playing a classic game. It is, in its essence, really just a counter pusher and nothing more than that. But by really focusing on making it do what it does well, I think we have delivered a very fun and realistic game. Again, a very interesting admission from a game designer. Note that I, Vic, have teamed up with David Gambina for this game, and that he has been building all the scenarios while I have been focusing on game design, the editors, and the AI, the game rules, and the game engine. The interface has received a makeover, which should be less overwhelming. Yeah, it's different, and I'm It's going to take me a while to get used to it. Without sacrificing complexity, the left, select unit, right, move to click text click system from Shadow Empire has been put into this game. This allows for much quicker turns than the previous titles in this series. It's been equipped with new editors, plural. They have more than one editor in this game. Initially developed for the Decisive Campaigns Community Project, tested over multiple years, but improved and extended for this release. They allow modding on 2 levels, simple and intermediate. Using the simple editor, a player can import maps and libraries and quickly construct a playable scenario. Using the intermediate editors, the player can create new content in the form of new 2-type libraries, new maps, new TO&E model libraries, and new officer libraries to move beyond the scope of the Ardennes offensive. The library will also allow scenario designers to partially reuse work from other designers and for me to easily roll out new or updated functionalities. David says it's been well over 2 years since Vic asked me to be the scenario designer for this next DC campaign game. I have to say I'm very proud to have contributed to the birth of this 4th chapter in the series. My role was quite extensive. I focused mostly on the scenario design, maps, and orders of battle. The Ardennes Offensive is one of the most well-known battles of the Second World War. During my long life as a wargamer, I was born in 1961. I was born in 1952, so he's just a kid. I played countless and tested countless Ardennes Offensive PC games, so I've also played quite a few war games. I tried to mix all the positive experiences together. So there you go. So a little bit of information from the designers. Now, when you look at all this, I haven't even touched this editor. Here's the simple editor. These are the intermediate editors. We're not really going to look at that today. You can load the save game here. And they've got basically, these are I assume the 2 major big, huge, gigantic scenarios. And then these are medium. Then these are the small ones, which is what we're going to play here in a bit. Now, on the sound preferences, I had the music turned all the way off, or almost all the way off. Let me crank it up, but you can see the sound effects thing is like all the way up here. And now you can hear the music. No, you can't. So let's just there. Yeah, we'll just leave that there. And hopefully the sound effects will, I don't know what they're going to sound like on the video here, but hopefully we'll get some battle sounds. In my playthrough today, I got nothing. So I don't know if that just hasn't been added in. This is still a beta version of the game that I'm playing, so remember that. Things will change, but there you go. So that's how you look at all this. Scenario Bank is where you can go to their website and download user-made scenarios, and then you import them. So all this stuff is going on, but it's a nice little compact setup here. So let's play. This is the one I played today, so I just thought this would be a nice little start. I did win it. Played it during lunch hour, in case you're wondering. Hey, I'm on lunch. It's legal. But now that I'm videoing it, I'm sure I'll lose. Because that's how things usually go, right? It does load the same way all the Decisive campaign games load, which is kind of slow. AI setting, let's put it on normal. We'll do normal AI speed. I am going to play... Oh, whoops, no, I'm not. I am going to play the allies again. You can see you can set up all these different things, including random weather, bad weather. I'm going to leave the historical weather on, passwords. I did forget to check. Hold on. I don't think I can do it from here. We'll do it. I know I can do it in the game, but now we got to go through all this again. Axis will be human. This looks fine. 18th of December, 1944, the German 6th Panzer Army spearheads had the chance to take some of the vital bridges over the Amblève and Salm rivers, and to capture the big U.S. fuel depot along the road north of Stavelot, or something. I always want to put an R in Stavelot's name. I always want to say Starvelot for some reason. So I guess it's Stavelot or whatever. It was apparently defended by only a few U.S. engineers. Yeah, so let's go here. This will look familiar if you're familiar with Vic's games. And here we go. See, nothing. I'm not hearing any battle sounds at all. And I don't know why. So, but here come the Germans. And I probably could, I don't know if you can put NATO symbols on these. You probably can. I'll check into that. I'm sure you can. So now, here's how the thing goes. The Allies game in progress. Please start turn. So it gives you the round 1 conditions, the weather predictions for all the way down to round 7. I guess you could use that in planning. It does not use random weather, so there's a 0 chance the predictions are mistaken. Well, in that case, we're happy. Here we go. And here we go. Axis has 12 victory points. Axis casualties give Axis -1. Thus, the total Axis VP at the moment is 11. Axis needs 100 VPs for a major victory. They need 80 for a minor. If the Axis ends with less or equal than 50, it is a major Allied victory. If the Axis ends with less or greater than 70, it's a minor Allied victory. And the last round is December 20th, 1944. So now, if you want to really get into the details, there's look at that. Look at that. They lost 2 Panthers already. 2 Panthers. Ooh. In the game I played this afternoon, I didn't really look at this till the very end. They lost, I think, 2 Tiger 2s and 6 Panthers or something like that. And here's our losses. There you go. So you can press this, or in this game, if you press the space bar, that'll take you there. Cards received, we're not using cards, I don't think, in this scenario. I'm not, anyway, till I figure them out a little better, but they're available. So here's the interface. Now, you can go to Preferences, and we can go to, you can go to NATO counters. I'm going to leave this the way it is. I kind of like them, but you can let me know what you think. You can go to the map and see all of that stuff. General. This is how you quit the game or save the game or whatever the game. Units. Let's see. We'll just go through. No. I know it's here somewhere. So this is what we've got set up for the sound. I could have swore there's a place where you turn on or off the artillery, but I don't see it. Here it is. Quick intercept fire. The original game, it was left off, but I turned it on because I think that sounds really interesting. Now, if you want your briefing again, you can get it. Here's the stats. Obviously, nothing. You can look at the OOBs. You can look at your reports. You can look at your cards, and you don't need it on this one, but you can look at the strategic map as well. Now, this is a little confusing, and I need to read up a little bit on this, but this is kind of how you can do a group move, a regular move. You can show the supply layer. Green is good, I'm pretty sure. And inspect. A handy mode if you do not want to move any of your units by accident. So that's always nice. So here we go. You can see this is a small map here. And that's it, because it's a small little scenario. So let's go to move. And let's take this guy. And right away I left click. Right click. There. I heard that sounds promising, maybe, kind of, sort of. What I don't know is, like, how dug in are we? So you can see by right clicking, you can see there's 2 units. There's apparently a scout unit and a regular unit. So there we go. Unit details, blah, blah, blah. So, okay. And that's the hex they're sitting in. And that's off for now. Okay. Okay, so not a lot we can do here. This is the depot at Stavelot, which we really want to try and keep. Or if we can't keep it, at least get it back. So we're going to move some units over there in that direction. And I'm actually going to move some units I didn't move when I was playing this afternoon. Nope. Can you guys, you can move. Let's get you. And I think I'll leave you there for now. This is an HQ, I believe, and they're cool because they come with the division's logo or patch on it, or logo. That's dumb. Okay, these guys don't move the first turn. Drove me nuts because I wanted them to really badly, but they don't, so there you go. These guys do, so we'll move them up. Really? I thought there was only 2 there. What's there? You can see here's the 82nd Airborne's HQ. That is such a great patch on it. It just looks awesome. Let's put you there. I think HQs shouldn't. I mean, I'm sure the HQ. Surely they had a Jeep or something. I don't think they were walking into combat, but I could be wrong. Let's send you this way. Also, you can see the little patch on there. Can I get in any further? I can scroll out. Let's see. Can I get? That's as far in as you get. Too bad. These counters look so gorgeous. I would like to just go further just to look at them. These are apparently the symbols for supply going in and out. And this guy also, too, doesn't move. These guys. So maybe they're not even supposed to be on the map yet. Either that or they just don't know what's going on. So with that, I think... Yeah, and you can see this. I'm assuming the green means you can really see this. The blue, you can't see as much. And the red, if you can't see anything at all, I'm not sure why it's there. Although, can we bombard him? Apparently not. Didn't think so, because he's in the red view area, I guess. So I'm pretty sure that's what that is. So, having said all that, come on up here. Whoop. The map moves around a little bit. Come on up here and click move on to the next turn. And, of course, this is a small scenario, so things are going to happen quickly. Okay, my artillery bombarded them. Now they're assaulting our position. Can we hold, ladies and gents? Can we hold? We don't know. Good. Defender stood firm. Attacker was victorious. That's not bad, but it's not... I mean, it is bad, but it's not unexpected. Sorry. Yep. Getting our little butts kicked here. Again, there's the weather, which I'm not going to worry too much about. Here again, this is kind of nice that it reminds you every turn. I think that's a nice little thing. Here's all their losses. They lost 2 more Panthers. And a Panzer IV. No Tiger IIs yet. So we'll see how that goes. So boom. Okay. So let's see here. I'm not quite sure what this means. Does this mean they saw or heard trucks moving? I'm going to guess. Here we've got these cards. Yeah, I didn't even notice these when I played before. They may have been there. Sure, we'll just play that card. Need to select a unit to play the card on. How about that guy? I put pressure on the 740th Tank Battalion. All infantry and cavalry action points have been increased with plus 20. Very nice. Hopefully they can move, or else I just really totally... He can move 1 hex. This is what you call putting pressure on? Seriously, dude? He can't move at all, and neither can he. Probably the road's all clogged up. Okay, so I'm not terribly impressed with that. Oh, it looks like somebody might be in trouble. And I need some infantry here. Let's get you up here. Now, we could have a German unit there. We do not. There we go. Now we can see these guys. Meanwhile, okay, there's Choice Point, which is another place we'd like to hold. So let's bring some artillery down here to buttress this. There we go. Can't move him over there. We can move here. Uh-oh. Okay, they intercepted us, hit us with some arty. And I don't know really how to get this out of here. Ah, that works. Okay. Yeah, look at that. We can attack either one. I'm not well, actually, I'll take that back. Let's do that. I can't do that. Why not? All right. For some reason, I can't. Maybe he's out of movement points, I'm going to assume. This guy looks a little depleted. You can see the bar, the vertical bar on him. This guy looks in slightly better shape. Let's bring up some more artillery. We got a lot of artillery here. I would think at this point... here we go. So this is how... And you get the same pop-up when you do a regular attack, an infantry or an armor attack, as opposed to just artillery. So this is what's attacking, but we can add these guys in. All you got to do is do that. That works nice. No return fire expected. So we can switch between regular and rain, blah, blah, blah. We don't want to do that, so we're just going to hit him. And if you want some details, there's your details. Not much there, actually. How about this? Okay, if you want to look at all that, you can pause it and check that out. So that's that. Meanwhile, I need... Yes, we need to get you... How far can we get you going? Why can't you... That's all the further you can... There you go. Darn it. I wanted you to go further than that, buddy. Where did I... Oh, that's the HQ. That's why it's not moving. Dumbo. Okay. Alright, these guys, I think, are ready to move. Really? Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah? I don't understand why he's not moving. That's a bit of a mystery to me, but okay. He can't move. He can. So let's send him down this way. You can't move either. And yeah, the HQ can move, but I don't want the HQ to move. I mean, Okay, so... And this guy, I'm pretty sure can't move, yeah. He's all right for the time being, so we'll hold there. Okay, so we're not attacking. Not yet. That's it? Nothing else? We did move these guys, right? Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. He can move back, but... Oh, he can move forward one. Okay, that'll do. Let's go ahead and go on to the next turn. Hitting me with some artillery. Hitting me with some infantry. Running into those guys. Yeah. Stavelot the town has fallen. Now the question is, can we hold or get back? the supply depot. So here we go. There's that. And let's just look down here. And we've got 6 Panzer IVs bit the dust. 3 more Panthers. Look at that. 1 Tiger II. Yes. As the Allied player, you have to want to kill Tiger IIs, right? I mean, come on, man. It's a Tiger II, for crying out loud. All right, we're going to put you here. You're going to come in to back him up. You're coming in on the flank. And so are you if you ever get there. Dodoop, dodoop. Meanwhile, ooh, look, you can come on down. And you can't. And you can't. So, what can I do here? If I do this, it's 1 to 2. This does not sound good to me. So, I'm going to cancel that attack for right now. But we may do something more with it later. Come on. All right, you, I'm going to bring down here because we need to also make sure, well, I'm not sure which is more important, but I'm going to put you, oh man, you got your artillery right there. Hold on. I don't think you want your artillery right next to these guys. Now, can I? Good. Let's just. Man, these are small. I can hardly see them. I didn't have this big of an attack before. I just want to hit them with artillery first. That should do it. Hit them. All right, we're causing some damage here. For those of you that like to see the details or the text, you can, again, pause and check that out. Oops. And okay, so we shook them up a little bit. And I think that's pretty good. I think we'll move you. Let's put you right there in that town. That looks like a good place for an HQ, doesn't it? Let's check over here to see if we get any more. You still can't move. Why can't you move? I don't get it. I don't get it. What is the problem here? Who knows? Not me. Can any of you guys move? No, apparently not. So apparently they're being held there. What about you? How about no? How about no? All right, so those guys are going nowhere. Hopefully we can bottle the Germans up and slow them down. And this is the 18th of December. We got to go to the 20th. We got 4 phases per day, so it's going to take a little bit of time. This game actually is taking me longer to play than the one I played this afternoon when I was just breezing right through it, too. But that's all right. See, it's weird. The sound is not right in this game. It's just not right. Now I'm getting this dumb drumming, so something weird's going on. 3 more Panthers and 2 more Tiger IIs. Yes. All right, now this is night. And man, this is like, yeah, this is really nighttime. You can't see diddly squat. Is there a unit there? If you advance into that hex, you'll get ambushed. If he's there, he can't move. A lot of these guys probably won't be able to move. Yeah, he can't move. We're just going to hold here, going to continue to hold there. I do think, though, we should. Can we? No, we can't even do that. I was going to try an artillery bombardment, but apparently not. So, all right, we'll just leave everything here and let our guys rest. Lord knows they need it. And here come the Germans. Attacking. Good, we stood firm. That's an important junction we want to hold if possible. All right, the artillery's pounding on us. There we go. Here we go. Let's look at the losses again. 20. Oh, wait. No. Where was... I thought I saw Nasahorns. No, 3 Panthers, 2 Tiger IIs, 2 Pumas. Wow. No, I didn't. I must have looked at that and thought that said Nasohorn, which would have been cool. All right. Okay. Can we move yet? No, we cannot. Alrighty then. How about you? No. I don't want you to move. You see, there's something going on here, but I don't know what. Can you attack? Nobody can seem to move here. Is this also... No, this is... It's 6 in the morning. He can move, but he can't... Ah, he can. So what happens if I jump? It's 3-1 odds. To me, that's pretty good. 58%. I don't know what that means. Oh, this unit would only be able to do a partial attack with 58% of its troops. Oh, that's cool. So you can find out information. I didn't know this. Just by, look at that, just by doing that. If you want to take one of them out, you can just click them and take them out. But we don't. I have not tried an all-out attack yet. Hark, verily, and yea, we have combat sounds, like loud combat sounds in my ears. So these guys were beat up pretty bad. He was fine, so maybe that wasn't such a great idea. Yeah, so... Okay, well, you know. The thing I'm trying to do more than anything else with these little attacks is not really... I'm not expecting to be able to push them back, but I would like to be able to just, you know, hurt them enough so they can't push forward. So with that in mind... Oh, wait a minute. You can't reach him. You need to move up. And you're going to move up here. It's a dangerous spot for him, but I think it's the perfect place. And we're going to, again, go for all the artillery I can find. Tanks could probably do it, but I think we'll just go with the artillery. Again, just to soften them up. Look at that. Took out some of their stuff, so that's good. Here we go. Here you go, text people. I'm doing this because the last couple times I played DC Barbarossa, the people wanted me to do that. So now, here's an interesting thing while we get this pokey slow boy to come on up. I think I can just scout. Is what I think I can do. Probe. So maybe I should probe, though, with some infantry to be with me. How about that? Let's do a recon force. Okay, did that tell me a lot more about it? Apparently it didn't, so I'm not sure how useful that is. But there you go. That's how you learn, people. Any other stuff coming up from behind? Can you move yet? Yay, he can move. He's arrived. That's cool. What about you? Ah, ha, 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 ha. Ah. You know, I could pull back, but that's kind of gamey, and quite frankly, there's nothing... I don't think I need to do that. So we'll just leave it that way, and we'll advance. Okay, they're hitting me again. They need to clear that guy out. I'm sacrificing those two. I think there's actually 2 units there. There. But, you know, if they can hold that, the longer they hold that road, the more they jack up the Germans, I would think. So, oh boy. Whoa, now they're attacking again. We stood firm. That is excelente. So here we go. 69? Wow, that's a lot of them. 12 Panzer IVs, 4 Panthers. Oh, man. And look at that. 2 more Tiger 2s. Yeah. I'm digging it the most. Okay. I I think really this looks like a much heavier contested area than up there. So, come on. Damn. And in fact, I want to go here so that they can't like sneak through. So now, let's hit them again with just artillery. Or should I do the whole thing? I'm thinking about that. Yeah, I think this will be enough. Save my strength for when I really need it. Okay, so somehow magically the combat sounds have arrived, so that's cool. So there we go. So we've don't really know how many we killed, I guess. I'm not sure. Whatever. We did something. Looks like we got somebody. That's good. That's what we want. Because we're just holding here. That's all we're trying to do, really. Let's try this. No? Can you not? Oh, you can't really see him. That's right. You know what? Let's just throw everybody into this and see what happens. We have no idea what we're up against. So we're getting mortar fire. Yeah, that may not have been such a great idea. I don't know. We still don't know what's there. That's interesting. I did a full-scale attack, and I don't know what's there. Just checking to see if anybody else is coming in. I'm pretty sure they're not. This is a long video, but it's all right. That'll probably do it. So protection front. That's interesting. Now look how slow the AI is going here. That's interesting. I've never seen it do this. It almost looks like it's locked up. Please don't lock up. We don't want this to happen. Come on. You were perfect when I played you earlier today. Don't be cranky. Nope. Rewind to the first recorded move. Play. There. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but I did tell you it's beta, so. Well, my clicking around is not doing any good. Come on. Come on. Oh, shoot. Well, guys, yeah. The game seems to be locked up to me. I'm no expert, mind you, but dang it. Yeah, that's not. Click to start auto key. Yeah. That's the only thing that seems to be working here. Hitting the escape key doesn't help. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what I should do. I don't want to stop the game right here, but I may have to. Dang it. What did I do? I don't think I did anything. Well, let's see if it's locked up. It's apparently not. Oh. Apple, I hate you if you caused this. Go away. Oh, no, I pushed the end task button, didn't I? Okay, that's it for now, guys. Sorry. I was not going to push that, but come back next time for more. Till then, this is the Wargaming Guy saying thanks for watching. Take care, everybody. I'll see you later.